I was just going to say the one thing that one of the many things that I love about you is that Kym is a very big activist in her community. And when she knows that someone needs a platform in politics, Kym is a very big supporter of women. And so I love the fact that she always will call or vis-a-vis Chris and say, I got somebody on, because Kym would never call me, but Chris will call and say, Kym wants to bring on a person who is who's running for an office to educate and challenge people. So I really do love that about you. So I'm very excited about the next guest that you are introducing our family to, our followers and subscribers to, so we can get to know her, a little bit about her and what she's doing. So take it away, Chris.
Democrat Joy Walters running for Louisiana State Representative in District 4. Little something about her. Walters started out working as a Senate aide for the Louisiana State Legislature and interned for former U.S. Senator Mary Landrieu,
okay, Chris,
Battleground, Texas, Obama.
I'm sorry.
For America. Currently, she is a Democrat State Central Committee member. She works to shape restorative justice policy from a theological aspect. Bet you wouldn't have got theological, Kym. She previously served 5 years as the Vice President of Communications to the Young Democrats of Louisiana. In 2012, she was elected to serve the 4th Congressional District of Louisiana at the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. Be sure to get out and vote and support her if you're in District 4 in Louisiana. And one more fun fact. Joy has been working in politics since she was in high school. Ready for this? You too. You ladies know a little something about Essence magazine. Bet you haven't had this said about you in it. She was named by Essence magazine as likely to be America's first black female president. That is Joy Walters joining Two Funny Mamas.
Whoa.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Look at her. She's like this. Hi. Hey, Joy.
Now,
hey, how's everybody doing?
Joy, do we address you as, like you're running for representative, state representative, right? Correct? Because Chris kept messing up.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Chris kept messing up your bio. So do we say, like, we can't say former because that meant you were. So what do we say when we're manifesting that you will be representative elect? What's that word beforehand? Kym, look up. What's the word?
Sorry.
Representative. Okay, but I'm cool with just Joy. I really am.
Well, we want to keep saying it so people in District 4 who listen to us, and we do have,
that's right.
we do have subscribers. Stop that noise, Chris.
It's a Michael Jai White key jingle.
Get Kym's attention. And I did look up. Sorry, Joy. Go ahead, Representative. I'm claiming.
While Representative Walters is speaking, I need you to look up Kym. We can see you.
Okay, I just got one thing to say. I just had a problem. You know what? You're right. I can handle this later. I thought it was important. It's not. Boom. Joy, I am focused.
Are you sure?
Joy.
Oh, gosh.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
I know her mama. So, that's how they talk to me. Yes. You be a good representative. Look how she hit me.
No, what I like about you, Representative, already, I like about you, Representative Walters, is because you call out things that you know are not true. So when she said, I'm focused, and you went, are you? Like, you call things out. You're going to be good for the people of District 4. I know this right now.
Thank you.
Now, are you really like that, Representative Walters? That's what I'm going to start calling you now. Are you really like that when you get in office?
Oh, I'm just one way. So I used to actually teach at a juvenile center here. And so I would have to keep juveniles focused. And so I'm just that person.
So, like, tell us about yourself. Like, you said you've been in
Yes.
politics since you were a young girl. Is there something that drove you to be in politics? Is there a certain incident that happened? Because most of us don't say, "Oh, I want to be in politics." Like, I was trying to get a job at McDonald's at a young age.
Right. So my godfather, he was the first Black city councilman here in Shreveport, Louisiana. So prior to like the late 1970s, Shreveport had no Black representation, and the way that our districts were drawn, well, actually, we didn't have districts. We only had at-large districts. So that means that everybody in the city votes, and then they take the top so many people with the highest set of numbers. And so my godfather brought a lawsuit against the city of Shreveport and won, and that is how Blacks receive equal representation. And so that literally, of course, I was not born in the 70s. We do know this, but just that knowing him and having that motivation and drive just like early on, it just, I don't know, it just really helped me to get out there and to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be that voice. And then also when I was maybe like a teenager, my state representative was a woman. And so just seeing that representation and seeing, you know, how she carries herself and so forth, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And so I've just been in politics probably since 6 or 7. I mean, knocking doors and campaigning and I don't know. It's just a
you know.
Here we go.
You were doing this when you were 6 or 7. I'm gonna call the child labor board on your parents.
I was a volunteer. I was a
volunteer. That's
they something else. Let me tell you something. Yeah, Mama Joy, they something else. They don't play on games. They don't raise some children. They out there doing everything. But let me ask you something. What is your platform? What are you running on when you're knocking on these doors? What are you saying?
Absolutely. So strengthening our education system here is specifically what I'm honing in on. Our children 0 to 3 in the state of Louisiana are behind by the time they get to kindergarten. And so when you get to kindergarten, yes. So that's a huge gap, right? And we know that by the time you get to kindergarten, if you have not had all the preliminary education needed, then it is very, very difficult for you to perform at a high achieving level or at any level if you don't have the basics. ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, addition, subtraction, just again hooked on phonics. And so do we know how to rap? We do. Do we know how to turn up on Instagram and do our thing? We do. Do we know how to go viral? Absolutely. But we need our children to really have, you know, the education that is needed. And so early childhood here is still an option. You do not have to send your child to any type of early childhood education, which means that, you know, my cousin could keep my kids for me or what have you, right? And so, okay, but what is cousin teaching the kids? So again, just making sure that funding is there is very, very vital, and making sure that the centers that are currently open, that they have the resources necessary. Yeah, and so the juvenile justice piece, we definitely need to start to curtail that right now, because if not, we will have a generation of nothing but repeated offenders and offenders that are being housed even in other states. So for instance, our children that were in the juvenile system, the beds are full all across the state. So the state of Louisiana actually made an agreement with Alabama to take the children for some time because our beds here was full. Alabama sent our children back. And so therefore they were being housed at Angola. And if you don't know anything about Angola prison, it has been a prison prior to emancipation. So prior to 1865, Angola was a plantation, and now it is a prison. So like even like 1890, 1870 census records, 1880 census records, you're going to see 1890 census records don't exist for Louisiana. But anyway, you'll see where there have been Black people incarcerated at Angola, and still to this day, Black people are primarily incarcerated at Angola, and the list goes on and on. But again, you know, I'm grateful to be on the show, and I thank you all for inviting me this evening.
Thank you.
So
thank you. And I just go ahead. Yep.
Well, no, I was just going to say, what do you need people, like, what is our charge, you know, to any of our subscribers that might live in Louisiana? What would you like them to do? I mean, of course, vote, but is there anything else that you would?
Absolutely. Read up on the candidates as best as you can. Ask around, go to Facebook, go to Instagram. It is a critical election for us because we are risking losing the only Democratic governor in the South, and the possible front runner in the governor's race is not our Democratic candidate. And also Election Day, which is this coming Saturday, it is Southern and Gramblin's homecoming. And those are our historically Black colleges. And we know how we are about going to our homecomings. And so the polls open at 6. Before you hit that highway, go cast your vote. If you don't know everything that's on there, if you can just vote for some things, at least vote for some things and some people and some of the amendments.
Vote for Joy Walters. That's what you tell them.
That's it. Vote for Joy Walters. And so look, I knew that probably 50%, maybe 60% of my district, they are college educated and will be at the homecomings. And so we have early vote. We are blessed in Louisiana to have early vote 2 weeks. And so we are pushing that early vote. But we're going to go back to the neighborhoods, let them know, hey, 6 a.m., we need you at the poll, because it is really that time. Black women here are dying. The maternal health rate here for Black women, it is not good, and it is a real thing. We rank probably close to dead last, probably like in the bottom 3 when it comes to, you know, health. Yes, domestic violence. Black women in Louisiana are more end up to experience, you know, domestic violence. We make 49 cents on the dollar to what a white male makes if you're a Black woman. And so it is too much at stake for us to say, I will vote next time. And so that is my charge. You know, can you really afford to vote next time? You know, if we're risking Medicaid and Medicare, that expansion that our governor accepted, you know, we're risking, if we lose that, okay, you know, then what, you know? And so we have 2 cancer alleys here in Louisiana. One is in Shreveport, and then the other is Baton Rouge all the way to New Orleans and below. And so, you know, our people can't afford to get cancer here. The median income for Louisiana is $27,000. $27,000. So yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Wow,
So
we need Joy. Yeah. But we definitely need Joy Walters in office. She knows what she's talking about, people. She's young, she's hungry, she's ready to get out there and fight for all these platforms and things that are going on in Louisiana. Yeah, and the people. And she will, you know, once she's going to move up the ladder, she's going to move from here to the next, and that's the kind of person you want. You do want a young person to get in there, start, because, you know, 20 years from now, who knows? You might be the governor, you might be the president. But I love that you've been getting in there at the ground floor. So I know Too Funny Mamas. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Kym. Keep going.
No, I'm just making sure we're pushing her. But go ahead, Sherri Shepherd.
Well, what I like is that you're trying to affect change. You know, and when people say, oh, I'll vote next time, or I'm going to sit this one out, you have everything to lose. All those folks who are in Louisiana in District 4, where Joy Walters is running, you have so much to lose if you don't go out and make your voice heard. You cannot afford to sit out, because this is your livelihood. This is your very life. And this is your children's lives. Because if they're not teaching your kids, they don't have a chance to move ahead. You know, and then we've always talked about the prison to the pipeline to prison, you know, and if they're not investing in the kids' education, and they're not investing in the maternal health, because it is a fact that Black women's maternal rate is so high, and it sounds like it's really bad in Louisiana. It's an urgency that you get out and that you vote. So if you can make it to Grambling and all of the HBCU games, please get out and vote, and more specifically, vote for Joy Walters. And if you want more, do some research, but look her up, Google her, and see what she stands for.
Joy Walters is doing it. This was, I mean, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And not only, I love that she is a Democrat, she's out there doing it. If you have family in Louisiana, and particularly in Shreveport, call them up and tell them that you saw Joy Walters on this podcast, Two Funny Mamas, and what she is going to be fighting for. And to definitely go before the game, do early voting, because, you know, once you get to that game, it's a wrap. And you think about if we can get all those Black people in a stadium rushing to the game, that's what we want people to know. You got to be just as passionate to cast your vote. And that's for everyone across the United States that is watching and listening to us. When it is time to vote, I didn't really understand that as a young person, but as I got older, I saw how our vote really affects all these programs. You have to go out and vote for the right person. A lot of us don't understand how important that is. Voting is like your credit score. It is that important to keep it up. So please, if you're in the 4th District, you're in Louisiana, go out and cast your vote, early vote for Joy Walters. Or go on Saturday before the game. She is running for state rep in Louisiana. Make sure you punch that card, or if it's digital, hit that by Joy Walters. Thank you so much, Joy Walters, for coming on Two Funny Mamas.
Thank you so much, Joy.
You all have a good afternoon.
We wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Funny mamas. Two funny mamas. What's with the grin? Sherri and Kym. Yeah, that's them. About to throw down again.